Hey everyone, welcome to Courtside, where we discuss the post-election litigation. We are 6 days after the presidential election, 2 days after the election was called for Joe Biden, and Trump has filed 10 lawsuits and lost all 10 of them. Now look, I know there's a lot of anxiety out there because Mitch McConnell is saying, oh, the president has a right to file these lawsuits, and Bill Barr is up to his antics authorizing DOJ investigations and the like. Don't worry, it's all mighty lame. It's all going nowhere. We live in a world of facts, not a world of alternative facts. And the facts will show that this is like a basketball game when one team is down by 25 points and there's 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter. And that team insists on every foul, every free throw shot, takes every timeout just to try and delay things out. The end of the game is totally within sight. Everyone knows what's going to happen. So why are we here? What's Trump doing? He's not doing this to win. He knows he can't win. I went over this in episode 1, which you can take a look at. But basically, this is not Bush versus Gore. There's no chance. He's just lost by too much in too many states. But doing this furthers his snowflake victim narrative. And I also learned today, because somehow I'm on the Trump email list, that he sends you these emails saying, please give us money to fight for our litigation in the courts. And turns out that in the fine print, it says 60% of the money you give him won't go to fighting in the courts. It'll go to paying his past campaign debts. So I think that's what this is about. Okay, let me dive into the law here. The state of play is really in Pennsylvania. There are 3 major actions that you need to know about. One is in the Pennsylvania Supreme Court, where Trump is saying, I didn't have ballot observers that were close enough to the ballots being counted. They were close, just not close enough. This is not going to make a difference at all. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court has ordered emergency briefing on this, but even they said, is one of their questions, isn't this moot and should we decide this anyway? And it's only moot because it just doesn't make a difference. It's not going to result in enough ballots or indeed any ballots being thrown out. So that's going nowhere. Second, there's an emergency motion in the Supreme Court of the United States saying that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court wrongfully extended the ballot deadlines for mail-in ballots until Friday. And today, some states backed this theory. And so there's some news about that. This is also going nowhere. Even if they backed the theory, what they didn't do, these states, is say this would have made a difference because Biden won Pennsylvania by so many votes. Even if you toss out the ballots that came in, as they say, late, it won't matter. Going nowhere. Lastly, new federal court action by Trump filed tonight saying different counties counted ballots differently. And they're trying to toss out hundreds of thousands of votes on that theory. Now, look, that county procedure was known for a long time. Miraculously, only now they're challenging it instead of weeks ago. I don't think that a federal court's going to buy this, given all their delay. And here's the thing. If they did buy it, then it would undo elections everywhere. I mean, there were North Carolina, in which Trump won narrowly. They also had county differences and the like. So all this would mean is that Biden would go into court and start challenging those, and we'd have a total mess. And federal courts know this. It's not going to happen. We had a little bit of action in Michigan, in which there was a complaint alleging a shadowy conspiracy theory about vote counting procedures, and they're trying to toss out hundreds of thousands of ballots. That is a complaint that's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. It's also going nowhere. So as of now, nothing to worry about. I'll see you tomorrow.